podcast. I'm radio's rebel DJ Style. I'm joined as always on the board by Jules.
Hi.
And our guest, he's less filling and still tastes great. He's our writer for Styles Rebel Radio, Shane Eaton.
Hi, everyone.
How's it going, Shane?
It's going good, man. How are you? I've
been all right. It's been a kind of a crazy week in the world.
Yeah, you're telling me, man. It's been a little, I don't know. I think the biggest takeaway is that I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It's just, it's a little aftershock of 2020, I think.
Yeah, I feel it. And unfortunately, I think the most underwhelming story, which should be a bigger story, is the fact that Elon Musk is now the richest man in the world.
Yeah. That was, again, no surprise. I mean, I think Tesla's kind of...
Right.
He's on that path. But his response was kind of great. He just replied on Twitter. He said, wow, how strange. All right, back to work.
Yeah.
Just keep on moving. And that's kind of how Elon has, like, always been, I feel like. It seems like he's just he's not one to... He has his fun, you know.
Right.
His flamethrower and sending his car to space or whatever. But, like, he's very on this track. Again, it's another story of, like, no surprise. Okay, Elon's just being Elon, the richest man in the world, and then... moving forward.
Like, yeah, Elon gives zero fucks about literally anything except himself at this point. He's like, I'm just going to kind of exist, and everyone has to deal with it.
What podcast was he on when he was smoking weed?
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah, he was on Joe.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever heard of him, and I'm like, all right.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Joe Rogan's doing his job then, right?
Yeah, I mean, he had a weird, like, he was always famous, but then he kind of got into the public eye with Tesla and stuff like that, like electric cars were becoming cool. And then I feel like he leaned into the memes of it. Like, he's a weird, nerdy guy, and he knows it. And so he's just like, well, I'm going to embrace the fact that everyone's memeing on me, and now he's this big, like, now everybody knows Elon, you know?
It's funny that everyone knows, like, this, like, James Bond-esque version of Elon Musk now. He's like Tony Stark, kind of.
Yeah.
But, like you said, he's always been kind of like a big name when it comes to technology and shit like that. And it's funny if you like go back and look where he comes from. He was a developer, wasn't he? He did some kind of software work for Microsoft, I believe.
Yeah.
And if you go back and look at him, then he is like the stereotypical like nerdy 90s. He has it's funny that he's so well known and is such like this image now about him, his aura. And, like, to go back and look, he's this, like, pudgy computer nerd with his hairline receding. He's got all these hair plugs and facelifts and shit now.
It goes to show the kind of era that we're in where, like, you were told for a long time that, you know, technology... or I don't know. I guess maybe this is just the payoff of all of that technology. Finally, like, there's someone from the tech hub, and obviously you have... Bill Gates and Steve Jobs and people like that.
Right.
But Elon Musk is the first one that really seems like, I don't know. Maybe he's just the next in line of that, like Steve Jobs, Bill Gates.
He seems the most like down to earth of them, though.
He seems the most normal.
Yeah, which is weird because Elon Musk is a weird fucking dude.
Yeah,
but
I was gonna say he seems kind of like from what I've heard. I was watching on the Misfits podcast. I don't know if you guys know the Misfits, but. I was watching on their podcast. They had Cody Ko. They had what are the rap group with Cody Ko?
Tiny Meat Gang.
Tiny
TMG.
Meat Gang.
Not sponsored by TMG, but we'd like to be. Fuck, dude. If we get TMG to do like an intro or something,
that'd be sweet.
Cody Ko, hit us up.
But they were talking about how they hung out with Elon Musk, and he was like, it was a completely weird vibe. Like they went to his house, and of course they were hanging out with more fans. Like they were hanging out with like Post Malone, so it was just like a big star-studded event, people at his house, Elon Musk's house, but they said it was like a super weird vibe the whole time. There were just people in suits like hanging out around a fire, and Elon was drinking his scotch by like kind of just to himself. Very, very strange. I don't know. I don't know. He's definitely probably a normal person, very down to earth person, but sometimes he'll do things that like throw me off.
Well, from what I hear, he's quite the introvert. He doesn't like to be around a lot of people, and he's had like 6 wives or something apparently.
Yeah,
but he's got really great relationships with all of them.
And it's weird because he's such a... It could just be a case of him being a great public speaker. Like, he really knows how to handle a crowd and, I don't know, seem, like you said, like down to earth. He conveys that good side of, you know, he's just a person like everyone else. But then he has these, elaborate ideas of sending cars into space and I don't know, just being the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
Like
Just literally being fucking Tony Stark at this point.
Yeah.
Like that
And
is the best comparison.
he I like that he's really leaned into that too.
Yeah.
Like he's very aware of the fact that everyone's like, this guy's gonna be Iron Man. Like this guy is the Tony Stark.
This guy is
type.
going
Yeah.
to be Iron Man. We
Yeah.
won't be surprised when he comes out in a fucking metal suit one day.
Yeah.
Imagine they killed off Tony Stark just to put Elon Musk in the
Who else could
Avengers
take the
movies.
role?
Elon Musk confirmed in the MCU.
I'd be into that, dude. I rewatched Endgame and all the Avengers movies the other night. And spoiler alert, if you haven't fucking seen it by now, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
so
you
not really a
gotta-
spoiler alert, but like.
Mhm.
Obviously, Tony Stark is going to be written out of the MCU as an ongoing character going forward. I'm sure he'll make cameos and flashbacks, video shit like that.
Yeah.
But for going forward, future storytelling in the MCU, there's not going to be any more Robert Downey Jr. Who
Mhm.
else could fucking take that role? The only person is Elon Musk. I would not be content with anybody else taking
Yeah.
that role.
Yeah.
But like, is
As
he,
Elon Musk, though. Like, he is Elon Musk in the MCU.
Yeah.
the worst part I could see about that is like, does he have like the satire for it? Is he like?
Oh, I think he could hold up.
I think he could do
You
it.
think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
as much as Robert Downey Jr.
He's definitely more of an introvert, like you said, but he's still, I don't know, he's still a goofy dude. Like he can
Yeah.
still
I
lean
feel
on
like I
people.
get the vibe that he brought a chessboard to lunch in like middle school.
He was
you know?
that kid. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But he was also fucking sending shit to space, so there's that. I mean, so
He played chess with the fucking lunch monitor. Like,
and now
He's-
he's playing it with the Curiosity rover.
Did you know that's not as big as a dog? I always thought that the Mars Curiosity rover was like as big
Oh no,
as
it's
a dog.
huge. It's like the
Yeah.
size of a tank.
I
I
thought it was
just found that out like the
bigger,
other day
yeah.
that it's huge.
Yeah, it's
And I was like-
ginormous.
And now I'm like picturing it singing happy birthday to itself and it's like a low tone.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
fuck. That thing's coming and I don't want any part of it.
It's like if you ever play fucking Fallout 4 and get the Automatron DLC, you have big ass sentry bots and shit, and you can give them like tiny fucking voices.
So when
Niche fucking reference, but you know.
we like them. When we do eventually, inevitably, colonize Mars, do we take the rover? Do we take Mars rover away? What do we do with the Mars rover?
We make it
'Cause it's obsolete at that point.
Right.
We don't need the rover, you know.
We should at least have some kind of monument to it, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's fitting.
A museum, and it's like
Have like the first
rovers.
town named like Curiosity or something
Yeah,
after it.
Yeah.
How about it just becomes one of those like delivery robots?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Or I was
Okay.
gonna say we lean into it. We just build more Mars rovers,
Yeah.
and then we have them as like
Pets.
we coexist with these Mars rovers.
Could
We
you
control them,
imagine?
obviously.
Driving down the street on Mars and like the Curiosity rover passes you. You're like, what the
This
fuck?
cocky motherfucker.
Fuck that.
You look
rover.
over and Elon Musk's riding on top of it.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
fucking.
Well, it's Elon, I
He's
guess.
like wind in his plugs and he's like, fuck you.
Elon Musk wind in his plugs. Now by then he'll have the Iron Man suit. But
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Elon Musk is taken over as the richest man in the world, obviously surpassing Jeff Bezos. If you don't know who he is the founder and CEO of Amazon, which we talked a little bit last time you were on about Amazon becoming this huge conglomerate empire, buying out streaming sites and grocery stores and things like that now.
Dude,
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
Amazon.
Amazon. We're definitely all gonna be like Amazon beings in a couple.
Oh, yeah.
couple years.
I
We're just
hate
gonna-
Amazon.
Why?
Yeah.
Because
So I guess we're not getting sponsored by Amazon. That's fine. Go
I'm
fucking-
sorry, if you want to sponsor us, that's fine, I guess. But but I ordered something and apparently the box was broken and they said it's undeliverable. And I'm like, what? And then I called them and they're like, oh, I'm not going to do an Indian accent because that's a little bit racist. And
That'll make
Mhm.
3 weeks in a row we're doing cultural appropriation on the show.
I apologize. But I called them and the lady was like, yeah, so I heard your Capitol building got stormed. And I'm like, yeah.
It's like, yeah, can I get my phone case?
I thought we were talking about packages.
I was like, yeah. Anyway, it
Like,
says I'm gonna get.
actually, your package was in D.C. and
I was like, yeah, I really don't want to talk about that. But it says I'm getting a refund. Can I just like get a new case?
That's the kind of small talk we're making in 2021. So your Capitol thing got stormed, huh?
Yeah,
Well, because she said
It's like that stereotypical retailer fucking respect. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
like she lived in like India or whatever, and she's like, yeah. So
Are you
like,
assuming that?
no, she told me.
Oh.
very,
She
very-
also asked me how we're dealing with COVID over here, and she's like, I don't know, it's like gone here, and I'm like, good for you guys.
You had a
Why is
very
she so,
in-depth
like-
conversation.
Yeah, why is
Yeah.
she so converse with
I
you?
don't know. We had like a really cool, chill conversation. Like we talked about Amazon shit like on the lowest point, but like everything else.
Like, so yeah, so how do you feel about the Curiosity rover? Dude, my conversations anytime I call Amazon are like, where's my shit?
Yeah,
Why have you fucked this up?
I feel like I've
Fuck
only
you, I want it now.
Amazon's been very consistent with me. I actually had just ordered something and they sent me 3 of the same product.
They'll do that from time to time.
I don't know how that happened, but I was not upset in the slightest. You know, getting
Yeah.
a little free. Thank you, Amazon.
Amazon really pissed me off one time, and I know we're way off fucking topic now, but I'm rolling with Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon really pissed me off one time. I ordered, literally, it was like $4. It was a couple Xbox controller covers. I might have told this on the here before, but I got a couple Xbox controller covers, little silicone things.
Yeah.
3-day shipping, whatever. Got delivered to my door. They sent that how they have the picture now that says, "Oh, here's your package,"
Yeah,
this is where it's at. So I'm like, "All right, cool. I got it." We were in the car. I'm like, "Oh, sweet, it's here." So I'm looking at it on this picture. I'm like, "That looks really fucking flat." But then again, it is just silicone, so maybe
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
compressed. So I get home, and number one, it's not on my doorstep where this picture said it was. So I'm like, "All right, where the fuck is this thing?" I look in my mailbox. It's over in the bushes. So I'm like, "Oh, did someone throw it in the bushes? What's going on?"
Oh.
So I look over there, and it's unopened. It's no one. So it must have like blown over there and come to realize it blew over there because there was nothing in it. It was just a sealed fucking mailer with nothing in it.
It was sealed.
Yeah, it was still
Wow.
sealed. And I opened up, I'm like, what the am I missing something here? So I go on fucking Amazon. It says all delivered, write your review. So I fucking wrote the fucking complaint.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, I didn't get my thing. And they're like, oh, well, we see here it's at your doorstep. I'm like, yeah, but there's nothing in it. Like there's no product that I ordered.
it's just empty.
They're like, their response is, oh, we're sorry to hear that. We've located the nearest FedEx near you. You can send it back. Send what back? I didn't
Send-
fucking get anything.
Send nothing. Send the
Just
package.
Yeah, right.
Sending air back and forth from Amazon.
I'm supposed to pay shipping to send you back an empty fucking envelope. So they ended up refunding me the money, and I just bought the same damn thing. But still, like, that was like, really? How the hell does that even
Yeah,
happen?
That's crazy. Okay, so I have on the topic, but how do you think Jeff Bezos is taking all this?
I don't see Jeff Bezos as like the opposite of Elon for me. Like, he seems like kind of a fucking prick, and that he
Yeah,
really
yeah.
wants to be that number one slot.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't fucking know Jeff Bezos personally, so.
And I feel like having a competition between who's the richest person in the world, like, you're both winning.
Right.
No,
If you're on the list, if you're
no-
even considered for the
Yeah.
list, I mean.
you're not doing bad. Like, you're not. You might be in second place, but that's the best second place you could
Right.
possibly be.
Ain't nothing wrong with silver. No, so it's weird to think that these guys are the fucking richest because, like, growing up, you'd think like Bill Gates, things like that, are richest people in the world.
Yeah.
So Jeff Bezos was obviously number one. Elon Musk passed him. Now number 2. So Bill Gates, number 3, and then Bernard Arnault. I'm not quite sure who that is, honestly, and it's kind of shocking. The 4th richest person in the world. I don't know who he is.
He's doing his taxes right.
And then right. And then number 5 is the Zuck, of course, because he has to be
Typical.
on the damn list, doesn't he?
Typical.
You know how one of my friends got really rich? This is like really off topic, but there are
A pyramid scheme.
there's a thing on the IRS where you can pay somebody's taxes and then they have so many days
I've-
to pay you back.
I saw that on TikTok, and
What?
I've never heard of it in real life.
Yeah,
though.
my
Is
friend
it-
did it and she got really rich because if they don't pay you back, the stuff you paid their taxes on, like their house or something, you get their house.
Okay, so just so I'm getting this right, and if you're listening to the Rebel Podcast, Spotify, Pandora, TuneIn, Facebook Live, if you're watching right now, live and uncut, leave it in the comment section below or join the Discord, SalesRadio.com. We'll get you there. If you are like an accountant, any kind of financial advisor or anything, let me know how this works because now I'm very I've never heard of this before. So essentially what you're telling me is like if you got some extra money stored away or something like that, you can pay someone's taxes for them, and then if they don't file in time and pay you back, you get whatever the fuck they got coming back?
No, you get whatever the fuck you paid the taxes on.
Huh.
Like it's just yours.
So,
You
like,
can
Wow.
spend it.
if you paid the taxes on their house that
No
they did not
shit.
pay, you get their fucking house.
That's so crazy.
So wait,
Imagine.
you have to sign up for that though, right? There's no way I can just go
No.
and find somebody's taxes and pay them before they do.
it's
No.
on like the IRS website.
There's an IRS, like, it's like a part of the website where you just look at the people that haven't, like, paid the stuff on, and you could just select one.
But I'm saying it's for people that either like have missed payments or are late on
Yeah.
them or things like. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm like I can't just go and fucking find
No,
Shane's
no,
car or some
no.
shit and buy it on IRS.
That can be
Imagine.
crazy though. You
Yeah,
can, like,
right?
really fuck people over.
Just competition. It's like
Yeah,
I need
yeah,
my
yeah.
fucking W-2s
Yeah.
now. You don't understand. Jim
Someone's-
next door is going to buy my house.
Like, imagine they don't pay you back. Do you, like, bust down their door and be like, this is mine now?
Yeah.
You just
Sorry.
yeah, you show up
Be
with
like,
a fucking
sorry,
warrant.
you didn't
Yeah.
pay your taxes, and I did, buddy. Like, I paid your. I was doing so well on my taxes. I paid your taxes.
I'm paying 2 taxes, motherfucker. Hey man, IRS always said, don't forget to pay your taxes.
I would bust down their door and say they start paying rent.
It's like, listen, I'm not gonna be a dick. You can live here for $800 a month.
Exactly.
It's like I bought this house.
Well, you
Wow.
didn't pay the taxes, buddy.
Can you fucking imagine that? That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's weird that it's popping up now of all time. Like, this is obviously something that you've been able to do. At least I would assume that
Right.
you've been able to do for a long time, and yet we're only hearing about it within the last couple months. Like,
Yeah, something like that.
that's crazy. That's crazy that this has just been something that.
My friend saw it
Oh.
on TikTok, like you
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
and she was like, you know what? So I paid the taxes on this person's house, and if they don't pay me back, I got a new place to live.
That's fucking great. I'm gonna start looking into that. Fuck
Yeah.
buying a house.
Yeah.
Like, goddamn, that's
I
like
mean-
discount shopping.
They already didn't pay it once. Who's gonna say
Right.
they're gonna pay
Yeah.
you back?
Yeah, right. Like,
Right.
It goes to show that they they're susceptible to not paying that. So
You think
might
it's
as
like
well.
the things you get like for your credit card or for like tickets or shit like that, where you get an email or something that's like you have unpaid thing. If you don't pay by this date, this happens, and you don't actually read it because you're like, all right, I'll pay it
Yeah,
now or whatever.
probably.
And then like in the fine print, it's like you can forfeit your fucking house if you
Yeah,
don't pay
yeah,
this.
You might lose your house over this email.
That's why, because like obviously auditing's a thing, but that's
Mhm.
literally the IRS. Like I've never heard of just some random fucking dude. Wow.
Imagine buying a car and a house on the IRS website.
Styles Rebel Radio, we'll buy your house. Pay your taxes.
Yeah,
A friendly
that's
reminder.
we will.
We will
your
buy your
house.
fucking house. Styles Rebel Radio is sponsored by the IRS. If you don't pay your taxes, we will buy your fucking house. We're gonna get audited now for saying sponsored by the IRS. Not sponsored by the IRS, but we'd like to be, because I just want to fucking get some real estate on the cheap. 440-596. Yeah, that's the one. 440-945. I'm dyslexic a little bit. 440-945-5831. That's 440-945-5831 is the number if you want to text in the show. The Discord server is at stylesradio.com. We got it going live right now. We talked about the fact that this is seemingly not, or it's a new thing to us, but obviously it's been in place for a while. When we return, we're going to get you a new hashtag Resolve21 with something that's been an issue for a while that we need to bring back. So stick around when we come back.